I paid nothing for this watch. This is a $30,000 Panda Rolex Daytona, and I didn't use a single dollar of my own money to get it on my wrist. Here's the thing most people don't know. A Rolex isn't a luxury, it's a vehicle. And once you understand how to use it like one, you can flip your way into one with no money, no risk, and no waiting around. I'm gonna show you the exact 3-method system I use. And once you see it, you'll never look at a watch or any expensive asset the same way again. Okay, look, most people see a $13,000 Rolex and think one or two things. Either I can't afford that, or I'm gonna save up for years until I can. Both of those are the wrong way to think about it. Here's what nobody tells you about expensive assets. The price tag isn't the barrier. The margin is the opportunity. Any asset, a watch, a car, a house, an RV, has a market value. And if you buy it below that value, the difference between what you paid and what you can sell it for, that's the margin. That's profit. And if you stack enough of that margin, the asset can pay for itself. Now you might be thinking, Bill, that's just flipping. And you're right, but here's the part most people miss. With a watch, you can wear the inventory. While that Rolex is on your wrist, it's appreciating or holding value, and it's attracting attention and customers. You can be running the system that pays for it. You're not waiting, you're not saving, you're operating. That's the shift. And once you see it, it applies to everything. I've done this with watches, cars, RVs, houses, a food truck, real estate, same principle every single time. But let's talk watches, because the Rolex is the clearest example, and I want to show you exactly how I did it. I want to tell you how I got this specific watch, because it wasn't luck, and it wasn't one big score. It was a system performed over and over and over again. All right, for this watch, I had to get $26,000 of cash before I could own it myself, and let the system pay for the watch. The way I did that was I flipped about 5 watches with $5,000 margin in each to be able to get the $26,000 watch that's really worth $33,000 on my wrist today. I brokered those 5 watches. So what I did was I found someone who was looking for a specific watch, and these were higher end watches in the $50,000 to $75,000 range. And 5 of these buyers went through me to buy their watch. On a higher ticket item like that, I was able to build in somewhere between $4,000 and $7,000 of profit for me and still give that buyer a great deal. And after brokering all 5 of those watches, I had $26,000 in my bank account that allowed me to buy this little piece of inventory right here that one day I might sell it. But here's the wild part. I'm still not planning on selling this anytime soon. It's on my wrist right now, holding value and frankly increasing in value. But I'll sell it the second somebody offers me $33,000, and I can still find one for $26,000 or $27,000. That means I'll make somewhere between $5,000 and $7,000 and flip right back into another Daytona, which I love. That's the game. And this is where it gets interesting, because there are 3 different ways to run this system, and you don't need money to start any of them. All right, here are the 3 methods. Pay attention, because one of these is going to apply directly to where you are right now. Method number 1 is brokering. This is how you do it with absolutely nothing in your pocket. Listen, you don't need capital to flip a watch. You need a network. You need people who trust you and they want a Rolex watch. Here's how brokering works. You find a $13,000 Rolex just like this being sold for somewhere less than that, like $10,000 to $12,000. And you already have to know somebody who wants it and is willing to pay the $13,000 for it. Now, once you find it and you secure it, the buyer wires you the $13,000. You take the $10,000 to $12,000, whatever you're buying it from the dealer or wholesaler, and you send that to the seller. The watch ships to you, you inspect it and check it out, and then you ship it to the buyer. You keep the $1,000 to $2,000 in the middle, and you never had to use your own money to get a watch just like this. Now, the downside is you don't get to wear it. Maybe just for a day. I actually just did this for a friend of mine. He was looking for a very specific Tudor watch, and they're low cost, like $4,000. Well, I was able to find a brand new Tudor straight from the dealer and negotiate a price at a discount. And then I was able to mark that watch up for a $1,000 profit and sell it to him. Now, you do that 13 times and you get one of these. 13 flips at $1,000 profit each we'll land you a $13,000 watch on your wrist for free. And you get to keep it, wear it, and maybe one day you put a value on it that you're willing to sell, just like my Panda. And this is where most people make the wrong call. They think brokering is small time. It's not. It's the purest form of business. No risk, no capital, just deal flow and relationships. Build the network first, the capital will follow. And that's how I got this Panda, by brokering 5 deals between $5,000 and $6,000 to get over $25,000 in cash to buy a fantastic, beautiful Daytona watch. Method number 2, investor money. Now, let's say you know someone with money, a friend, a family member, somebody who's looking for a better return than their savings account is giving them right now. This is where it gets really good. Let's say they lend you $26,000. Now, you can run 2 watches like this in inventory at the same time. You can wear one, you can alternate back and forth, you can wear the inventory on your wrist, shop it around, and list them both online. You're selling, flipping, stacking margins, and your investor is making a fixed return on their money. I know a guy who runs this model exclusively. His investors fund every single watch deal he does. His investors make money, but he makes more money. They've been doing it for years and it's working like clockwork. Here's the key on the structure though. Do a fixed interest return with your investor, not an equity split. It's way cheaper for you long-term if you do it that way, and your investor gets a reliable return, say 10 to 12% annualized. You keep all the upside on every flip. Investor money becomes cheap, you use it, and the beauty here is you get to wear your inventory while it works for you. That Rolex on your wrist isn't a flex, it's a display model. It's a conversation starter, it's marketing. At $1,000 per margin, 13 flips, and a watch just like this is yours. You get the margin up, less flips are needed to buy something great. Keep the investor in the deal, use their capital, stack the profit, buy your own watch with money you earned flipping theirs. You can do 13 flips in 2 months easily if you're putting in real time. Even part-time, 1 or 2 watches a week, you're there in 60 to 90 days. Method number 3, 0% interest business credit. This is the one nobody talks about, and it's how I funded my real estate projects when I was getting started. 0% interest business credit cards. There's a company called Fund and Grow. I've used them personally. A link's in the description if you want to check them out. They stack business credit cards across multiple issuers, all at 0% interest. Typically for 12 to 18 months, I've gotten over $50,000 in business credit just the past couple weeks, and over time, over $100,000. Your number will depend on your income and your credit, but 20 to 50,000 is totally realistic for most people, even if you just started your business. Here's how you use it for watches. A lot of dealers take credit cards. Some take PayPal, and you can link your card to PayPal. You can run the card, buy the $12,000 watch, sell it for $13,000 within a couple weeks, pay the card off before the interest even kicks in, and do that over and over and over again. Your cost of capital using this method, 0. Do that 13 times, same math, $13,000 in profit, free Rolex. The difference with credit versus brokering or investor capital is that you're in complete control. It's your money. No one to answer to, no investor calls, just your deal flow and your execution. And this is the key. The same thing I did with watches is exactly what I did with real estate. I bought materials on my credit card. I flipped the house, I paid the credit card off at closing. Same system, different asset. That's the whole point. Once you understand this framework, the asset almost doesn't matter. Now, here's what I actually want you to take away from this. This isn't a video about watches. It's about how you see assets. Every expensive thing in your life, your car, your house, your RV, can either be a thing you own or a vehicle that pays for itself while you use it. I've got an RV right now. My family uses it and it's going to make me money. I've got a food truck. People bought the food and paid off the truck. And now I own a $15,000 to $20,000 asset free and clear. Same with watches, same with real estate, same system. The question isn't, can I afford this? The question is, how many times do I need to turn this for the margin to pay for it for free? That's the shift. And once you make it, you stop seeing price tags and start seeing math. The entire world will look different to you. Let me give you 3 things you can take from this right now. Lesson number 1, the margin is the asset. Most people look at this $13,000 watch and see the price. I look at it and see a margin question. If I can buy this for $12,000 and I can sell it for $13,000, I've got $1,000 of profit locked in the moment I buy it, before I've sold a thing. Here's what nobody tells you. Your profit is made on the buy, not the sell. Every deal starts with the margin. If the margin isn't there at purchase, the deal's already broken. Before you buy anything, watches, houses, cars, anything, find the margin first. If it's not there, walk away. The next deal is always coming right behind it, and sometimes it's better than the one before. Lesson number 2, use other people's money before your own. I've given you 3 methods, and none of them use money out of your own pocket. Most people wait until they have capital to start. That's backwards. Start with brokering, get your reps, learn the market, build the relationships, then layer in investor capital or credit once you know what you're doing. Investor money is cheap. Business credit at 0% is free. Your own money is the most expensive capital you have because you can't replace it if something goes wrong, and you should be making a very high return on your money. Protect your own capital, use other people's first. Number 3, the goal isn't to maximize profit, it's to stay in the game. Listen, I'm not trying to squeeze every dollar out of every deal. A $1,000 profit margin might not sound sexy, but 13 of them buys a watch just like this. And 5 deals at $5,000 profit buys a watch like this. I can wear it on my wrist, I can enjoy it, I can own it, and I never even paid for it with my money. The goal isn't the home run, it's consistency, volume, staying in the game long enough to do the next deal and the one after that and the one after that. One bad deal where you over leverage, chase a bigger margin and lose, that sets you back a few months, maybe longer. Take the sure margin, stay in the game. The big wins come from volume, not from gambling. By the way, if you want the full deal structuring system I use across all of these flips, the sourcing checklist, the investor agreement templates, how I underwrite a deal in less than 10 minutes, that's all inside 7-Figure Flipping. It was built around real estate, but every principle in there works on watches, cars, anything with margin. Links in the description, check it out if you want. Look, you don't need money to start this. You need margin, you need reps, you need the right framework, and now you have it. The system works on a $13,000 Rolex, it works on a $300,000 house, it worked on my food truck and my RV and my Panda Daytona. The asset doesn't matter, the math does. And speaking of math, next week I'm breaking down one of the wildest real estate flips I've ever done. A mobile home deal where I made more per square foot than most luxury condo flips in my market. Different asset, same principles. And a few twists that'll change how you look at real estate completely forever. Then after that, I've got an airplane flip in the works, pistons, turboprops. I'll tell you which one is actually worth the risk and which one is a money pit with wings. And here's the one I'm most excited about. I recently mapped out every single flip I've done in the last 2 years by asset class. Watches, houses, cars, planes, beef, ranked by ROI. That video is going to be an eye-opener. So if you're serious about learning how to flip anything, watches, houses, cars, planes, whatever, hit the subscribe button right now. New flip story every single week. Everyone teaches you a different framework you can actually use. So drop a comment below. What's the first thing you'd flip your way into if you ran this system? A Rolex, a car, something else? I read every single one. I'll answer them. I'll see you in the next one.